Yo, what is going on, you belligerent bag-ons? Today we're taking a look at Lucario GX Buzzwole Fighting Box deck. Pretty similar to Israel Sosa's top 8 Lucario list from Anaheim Regionals. Not too different. Couple different cards here. We got an Enhanced Hammer in here for the Flash Energy on the PikaRom. I've made it to a 2-2 auxiliary line, trying to be a little bit more consistent on the draw engine of the deck through the abilities. And besides that, not much different. Bigger fan of the Energy Lotto over the Professor's Letter. But yeah, besides that, pretty close to what Israel Sosa played back in Anaheim. I think this deck does have some merit to it right now. Focus Sash, first off, is just a great card, no matter what. And PikaRom's pretty good. You know, one-shots PikaRom Lucario, as long as you're able to get rid of that Flash Energy. We do have one Enhanced Hammer, one Faba. Sometimes you're not always able to find the Flash Energy. Sometimes you're okay with two-shotting it. A lot of different things you can do. Focus Sash is also really hard for them to get around. They don't play heavy tool removal counts as of right now. So this does look to be one of the best decks to counter the BDIF in Expanded right now, which is the PikaRom. So let's go ahead and try it out and see how it goes. Game here, we got a pretty solid start. Got the Buzz start with the turn 2 Artillery, pretty much locked up. See what our opponent's playing. Max Elixir. Looks we got like a fighting deck mirror match. All right. It's been a while since I played a fighting mirror match. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Probably something like a Lucario or a Buzzwole build themselves. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Draw that extra mulligan card here. Ooh, it's gonna be the Zygarde. All right. While my bench is convenient, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pseudo-wudo them. Attach active, and I could have attached benched, scoop up cycloned it. That might have been a better way to go. I should have actually probably gone with the Rainbow on the Remoraid, and then after they hit our Buzzwole, which they most likely will here with the Cell Connector, could have scoop up cycloned it, retreated off the Rainbow, attached the Strong then, and then punch it. But this isn't too bad. I'm not going to be able to use the scoop up cyclone later on is one of the problems. Whoa! The Dawn Wings here. That's interesting. Full Beast Box. There's the Bonnie. Alright, so that's what we have. Now we know what we have to deal with in this matchup. It's a Bonnie deck. Not sure about the Dawn Wings. I'm not sure why they play the Dawn Wings, but heavy Bonnie deck. We'll see. Fully based around just using that Verdict GX multiple times in a row. That's their win condition. Interesting deck. Very interesting deck they got here with that. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. There's a Sycamore for 7. I guess if they have two Max Elixirs, they could Verdict GX us turn 1 here. I think what's most likely going to happen is they're going to Cell Connector though, and then we can set up to go turn 2. Next turn, go with our own Sledgehammer after they knock out our Buzz GX. Sledgehammer knock this out, and then we have to deal with this guy next. Yeah, we should be chilling. Should be good. I'm not too worried about it. All right, Lotto, don't want to use that. I think we're just going to go Artillery into Sycamore here. Could attach a Rainbow somewhere. Could put it on the Pseudo. All of our things are 1 energy attackers. That way I can like ace a roll the Sudowoodo later on potentially as a pivot. I actually kind of like that idea. And then we'll go with Sycamore here. There's our Baby Buzz. I don't really want to put him down, but we currently don't have any way to retreat anything. We could throw him down and throw a Focus Sash on him. That way, even if our opponent Guzmas it, they can't knock it out unless they also have a Field Blower in their 4-card hand. I think that would be fine with me. I think I'm going to go ahead and bench the Buzz GX as well. If they Guzma knock this out, if they Guzma knock this out, that'll be fine, because we could potentially ace a roller this next turn, or just not attack with it. Maybe I shouldn't put the Focus Sash down though yet. Could just go like this, and then Jet Punch, hit the other one. If they have the Guzma, they have the Guzma, that's fine. We'll just send up this one, attach a Strong, attach a Focus Sash. No Diancie here, kind of stinks, or Riolu. No Diancie or Riolu, kind of stinks. But it's not that big of a deal. Definitely would have liked to have seen a Diancie or a Riolu. Definitely give us more options. More options is always better. But yeah, we'll just be jet punching for a while. There's the Verdict GX. So we're gonna go ahead and get this knockout here with a Sledgehammer. Hopefully, we need a little bit, I guess. We really just need the Diancie, actually. We don't really need that much, actually. Using Fava here would be super good on that DC on the bench. So I think we're gonna Abyssal Hand first. And go attach. Currently swinging for 140. I'm gonna play off the Diancie here. I'm gonna Abyssal Hand for 1. It's possible we find the out to the... there it is. We can also get Enhanced Hammer here. So we can go Diancie, Enhanced Hammer here. Diancie, E-Hammer. Boom. Perfect. Enhanced Hammer, remove that DCE. Diancie comes down, and Sledgehammer. And it's going to be tough for them to get us off the Sledgehammer turn, I feel like, on this next turn. If they have, no, I can't even come up with a way for them to do it. They would need quite a bit. I mean, they could go like Strong Energy, Max Elixir, Guzma up, the Artillery, and then use Cell Connector to knock it out, I guess, something like that. That's not impossible. It just seems tough. Seems tough. Best of luck to them. Best of luck to them for sure. Ooh, Scorched Earth. I think we'll definitely be utilizing that on our next turn. There's the attachment to the Zygarde. There's the Guzma on our Buzz. But like I said, that doesn't get rid of... what's it called? We still have Sledgehammer activated at the 4 prizes. So we just need to move this guy, which shouldn't be too hard as we top deck. I'm going to go ahead and start with this. See some more options. All right. This comes out. I would have loved an Acerola there. But, you know, this is also fine. Going to grab the Riolu here. Get the option of Lucario set up, ready to go. We're currently swinging for 120, 140, 160. 190. So if we hit a... There's the concession. Yeah, I think we had the one pretty much wrapped up. We're going to Colress, look for a Strong Energy. And if we hit the Strong Energy, we just knock out that Zygarde and then win the game. But I think we were winning the game anyways, no matter what. At that point in the game, I think it was pretty much locked up. And our opponent goes ahead and concedes. It's a reasonable concession. Playing against, ooh, some kind of Jolteon deck here. All right. It could be like a turn 1 attacking Jolteon deck, so we got to prepare for that. I think we're just going to hold this hand because we do have the Artillery. We're just going to go ahead and grab the Riolu here. Second Artillery, unfortunately, prized. Yeah, just go ahead and grab Riolu. Get him in there. Bench this Remoraid. Going to go ahead and attach as well. And then, yeah, pass over to our opponent. We have the Artillery. We have a Guzma. We have, like, options out of hand, so I don't really see a need for us to go with the Lele for something here. There's a Trainer's Mail, so it's definitely a more aggressive deck. They grab an Ultra Ball. We'll see where it goes from here. Could be a PikaRom with just a Jolteon in there for the mirror match. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards right now. But there's a Stardust Jirachi, so they're playing something probably a little bit more on the gimmicky side. Oh, I think it's Marshadow Box. Okay, so I think we're playing against Marshadow Box, a deck that tries to attack with either most of the time Jolteon or what's the other one they attack with? Glaceon, Jolteon, or Glaceon, just depending on what your opponent's doing. Mess with their setup, disrupt them like that. Yeah, the deck is okay. Usually decks have 2 ways to attack, or a way to attack with an evolution and a non-evolution Pokemon in current expanded, so I'm not too fond of the deck myself, but Jolteon is pretty good right now. Really good against PikaRom specifically. Big deck and expanded, so that's a good reason to play Jolteon, in my opinion, that PikaRom matchup. But besides that, you know, the deck doesn't quite get there against everything else. You play against, you know, a Zoroark deck, they have Lele and Zoroark. If you play something like the Hoopa in here, they have Garbodor or Muck usually as well. So not against a deck like that. They always have a way to kind of deal with the situation. This one is chock full of options, though. We see the Necrozma, the Articuno, the Glaceon, the Toad as well. Yeah, chock full of options is this build of the deck. I haven't quite seen one with this many options. Stardust Jirachi as well. All right, so we got to worry about that. All right, we might be in here for a little bit of a long one, but I think in the end we will prevail. I am not worried about that at all. Just need to set up and get rolling, and I think it's going to be a cakewalk from there. I'm not going to Brooklet Hill yet. I'll go ahead and hit it with the Abyssal Hand first. Floatstone Lucario. Sounds pretty good to me. Lucario plus float. Get a quick 2 prizes here. Shaman is also another potential 2 easy prizes on the board. I don't know if they play anything like a... should we grab another Riolu here? I kind of like the idea of another Riolu. I don't know if they play anything like AZ. I would kind of imagine they do. Probably play an AZ to get their weak GXs off the board. But we'll see. We'll see. Acerola. It's a great pull in this matchup. Kind of allows us. They don't really have any way to one-shot stuff. They 2 or 3-shot stuff, but they basically try and make it so you can't attack them. This compressor comes down. Yeah, there. So they're going to be attacking with Glaceon into us probably. Crystal Ray. Evolution Pokemon cannot hit their Marshadow. So we won't be able to hit the Marshadow, but that's fine. We'll hit him with the Acerola and then just hit it with a Jet Punch. Set up both these Marshadows. And then they're going to have to hit us with Jolteon, and then we can go back into a Lucario, hopefully, and then just hit him with the Lucario. Like I said, this deck is but, yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Doesn't quite get there consistently, and just going to kind of show you guys how to, you know, take your time. You don't have to stress out when you play against decks like this. Know your outs, apply them, boom, you're good. Attacked with Lucario, about to get hit with Glaceon. That's fine. Acerola next turn. Get a Diancie in play, Jet Punch, both the Marshadows. Now they have to hit with Jolteon. Hit with Jolteon, that's fine. We're going to find a Via Seeker, another Acerola. Acerola, the Buzzwole, go back into Lucario, and repeat. Because they don't really have a way to one-shot us ever. I don't think. They'd surprise me if they whip something out here. We'll see. I expect to just be hit for 100 damage, and then us to just Acerola or Lucario. I'm going to check one more time. Yeah, there's the Crystal Ray, like I said. I've seen worse. Let's see. Definitely want to thin out the hand. Gonna... Brooklet. I'm gonna grab myself a Diancie. I want to keep the other Ultra Ball, so I'm gonna Ultra Ball away Sycamore, Layla. Keep the option of the Guzma and the Acerola. I think those are the 2 best. Grab nothing. If I Acerola this, put down 2, it'd be in like the same scenario. So I'm just gonna Acerola first. I guess I should have Acerola after because it's gonna be the same counts, I think. We're gonna Abyssal Hand for 1 either way. Yeah. I should have Acerola second. Not a big deal. Boom. Yay, another Sycamore. Not great. That's fine. Now we Jet Punch. We can't hit him with Evolution Pokemon? Sure, bud. We'll hit you with a basic Pokemon then. They're gonna hit back into us. We're gonna Ultra Ball. Dig for a Via Seeker for Acerola. Maybe Super Rod that in to get that out of there. Boom, Acerola the Buzzwole. Or Float Stone the Buzzwole, actually. Could do that as well. Could also just get an Energy and then go for a Guzma play. Knock out the benched Marshadow. And then they're going to hit us with that Glaceon next turn. And then go back into Buzzwole. Or they make Guzma KO our Buzzwole, which means... if they Guzma KO our Buzzwole with Glaceon... get the Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer knock out this last Marshadow. Or Shaman to kind of close out the game. Whoa, there's an N. Don't really mind that. Our hand didn't quite have everything we wanted. It was like okay. So, N is fine here. Faba's okay. The rest of the hand is actually not great. Field Blower. Get rid of my Booklet and my Float, I assume. Field Blower, get rid of their choice. But here should be the hit with the Jolteon here. Should be hitting us with Jolteon here. And then we're just going to look to get a... like I said, a Karina here is great. Gets us Float Stone plus the Lucario. I think they used Jolteon's attack. Yeah. Alright. So that's fine. So we're going to get rid of the Choice Band. Don't want to give him a Stardust target, actually. Here. And then Abyssal Hand for 3. See what we get. Many cards that could potentially help us. Those are not some of them. I think it's just going to be Faba the active, DCE, and pass. I'm okay if they knock this out because we have the Baby Buzzwole, and they're almost for sure going to go Glaceon knockout because we have 2 Riolu set up. So I'm going to Faba this active. They also might whiff an attack because of this. Maybe I should have gotten the Rhythm Rainbow. Nah, the DC is better, I feel like. If they hard retreat, then this one comes up, and then we take 2 more energy out of play, so that would still be fine if they hard retreated. I'm just going to Jet Punch. We'll set up 30 here. So not quite the perfect hand we were looking for off of the Abyssal Hand. Or not even perfect. They've got 0 options off of that Abyssal Hand. That's fine. Not even worried about it, really. There we go. Cynthia. Yeah. They're probably going to be able to attack this turn. If not with the active one, then probably with this one on the bench. They're going to hit us with the Glaceon attack, which actually can't knock us out yet. They need another Choice Band as well. There it is. All right. Almost for sure going to hit us with the Glaceon attack. Oh, they're going to go with the Cold Crush here. I don't know about that. I mean, that's fine with me. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one at all. We found the play. We can go Float Stone. Could also just Jet Punch this guy. I kind of like the idea of Jet Punching. And even if they Stardust this guy, we can just Jet Punch this one when it makes its way to the bench. Just gonna chill with both those. Hit this one hard, hit that one hard. Yeah, this one has 20 HP left. So even if he retreats to the one with the energy on the bench, or even if he Stardust with this one, we can maybe look for a Guzma something else up. Jet Punch, knock out this one. I'm just okay with if he knocks us out. We have Lucario set up. We have the Sledgehammer Buzzwole in hand. I could have gone with the retreat knockout, but I wasn't feeling too pressured for it. I'm just gonna chill. Like, if you want to draw the 2 prizes off this Buzzwole, that is fine with me. Go for it. I'm literally leaving that option up to our opponent right now, because I really don't care if they knock out this Buzzwole at all or not. Acerola? Oh, okay. That might be a little bit annoying, but we're still fine. No matter what they hit us with, we have an answer. The only thing we wouldn't have an answer for, we could almost jab this thing to death. So yeah, no matter what they hit us with, we have an answer here. Knock us out. Just gonna Sledgehammer it. They use Glaceon, or if they use Jolteon to knock it out, hit them with a Lucario. If they Jirachi it, that'd be the only thing where we have a little bit of a slow turn, I guess. We can just go Ultra Ball, Abyssal Hand. Chill. Nope, there's the Crystal Ray. Now we're gonna get the Sledgehammer in there. And then they don't quite have a follow-up off their bench, because this guy does not have the 2 energy on it. So I don't think they're gonna be attacking us next turn. Take a look at my discard real fast. Ultra Ball. Get rid of these 2. I'm gonna go ahead and just get a Lucario and put it into hand for later. Rocket Hill makes its way down, and then we're gonna get the Abyssal Hand for 4. Just hold on to Lucario for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing spectacular. Nothing I want to play. I think we're just chilling. And Sledge. Knockout. And we'll see if they have a response. My current bet is no, they won't. We even have that double artillery ready to go on our next turn. I'm drawing a whole ton of cards. So yeah, I think we have this one pretty much locked up. Just need to wait for our opponent to actually concede the game at this point, to be quite honest here. Yeah, and this is why the Marshadow box deck kind of struggles. And hope this game was a good just show to you guys, don't panic when you play against decks like this. You look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, they have Jolteon, I can't attack with my basic Pokemon. Oh my gosh, they have Glaceon, I can't attack with my evolution Pokemon. We have outs for both. Just need to take our time, make sure we give ourselves both options equally on board, so when they choose to attack with one or the other, specifically in this situation, sometimes decks like just play a Jolteon, or something like a Hoopa where it's like your GXs can't attack it, right? Just know you have the out for it, and there we go. Nothing our opponent can do on their next turn, and we take a pretty easy dub there in the end. First in this one, looks like some type of Rayquaza deck, but there's also DCE in here, so I have no idea what we're playing against right on this one. Grass, Lightning, DCE. Not too worried about it though. Lucario can do work against everything. If it is a Rayquaza deck, we definitely want to get down our Sudowoodo, limit their bench. Rayquaza decks are usually big fans of big benches. Yeah, big fans of big benches and Skyfield, so limiting that is super cool for us. We have a really good starting hand here, besides the Super Rod in hand, which I don't really want to get rid of. I'm actually go ahead and wait until next turn to even play the Ultra Ball. I'm actually go attach active pass here. Put Ultra Ball for Lele for Sycamore, but I could just get the Artillery next turn and then roll from there, not put Lele in play at all, which sounds a little bit better to me. So they want to roll with that and just pass to our opponent here. This could get a little bit dangerous if they do get off the one shot on our Buzzwole. And we do help them out a little bit with this Rainbow Energy here on our active, for sure. But they attach a Grass to their active, which is an indicator of a not so good hand. There's a Steven's Resolve. Oh, I think I know what kind of deck we're playing against. I think this is going to be a hat trick Rayquaza GX deck. As they're probably Steven's Resolving right now into the Hat Ladies. And then next turn gonna go off and do all kinds of pop-off stuff and get a bunch of energy in play. Alright, I think I know what we're playing against now. We'll see how this one goes. I've yet to play against a deck like this. We can definitely go Ultra Ball for Lele for N here. That seems pretty reasonable. I think I might just go ahead and do that. Ultra Ball, get rid of this and this. Those are the two least valuable cards in the hand. Lele, and we can just grab an N here. And our opponent, take those Hat Ladies out of their hand. And looking for an Octillery. Diancie would also be nice. Yeah, Diancie would be nice. Octillery would be nice. None of that is also pretty nice. I'm a big fan of none of that. When you get none of it, it's pretty good. Alright. Abyssal Hand. Gonna grab that Diancie, hit him a little bit harder here. Gonna attach to the Riolu. I'm also just gonna focus sash the Riolu right now just in case. No. I'm gonna hold that. I might want to focus sash the Sledgehammer. Nah, focus sashing Riolu seems a little bit better. And then just Jet Punch for 50. And we'll see where this one goes. We need a top deck really at this point to stick in this one. We have quite a few top decks. Any VS Seeker, any Draw Supporter, any any VS Seeker, any Draw Supporter really keep us in this game. So that's really all we're looking for here. VS Seeker, Draw Supporter off the top would be great. Or Octillery itself, I guess. Ultra Ball as well. Ultra Ball's in there as well. So not too worried about it. We can probably have like 2 turns before stuff really starts to get out of control here. There's a Thunder Mountain. So now I'm even more curious as to what we're playing against as they play a Thunder Mountain as well. They play DCEs. Oh, it is a Vikavolt deck. Okay. So it's a Vikavolt deck, but they also play the DCE. Curious as to what they play the DCE for. I assume the Thunder Mountain is just for the Vikavolt. It might be a Vikavolt GX deck, actually. That could be what we're playing against with a couple Rayquazas. PikaRom as well. Looks like the whole squad showed up in this deck. They really got all the goons out here. There's the Grubbin finally for them. There's a Shaman as well. I like to see that. Picking off a Shaman later would be nice. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so not much has changed for us. We're still just chilling, hoping for the best off the top deck. Yeah. We'll be looking to like go Jet Punch, set up this Ray a little bit further, punch this Ray. Look to clean up the Shaman at the end of the game for sure. There's a Celebi Venusaur. Okay, that thing's gonna be annoying for us to deal with. Yeah, this man really does play the whole squad in here, doesn't he? The whole gang. The whole gang is in here. All right. Yeah. So our 6 prizes are gonna look to be Shaman, Rayquaza. There's a VS Seeker, exactly what we're looking for. Pretty timely to counter this Tempest GX as well. VS Seeker is kind of the best top deck there out of the possible ones to get us out of this dead draw. So you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good top deck. I think I'm gonna put second energy on Riolu here. I expect this Buzzwole to go down next turn. See, I think I'm gonna set up second energy on Riolu here. Second energy active seems a little risky. Second energy Riolu gives us a lot of options though. We can get the Aura Strike knockout, and then Aura Strike knockout, and then can like do further stuff from there with it. Rough Seas. All right. The deck continues to get more interesting. 2 PikaRom, and on top of that, all that, the Venusaur as well. This deck has not failed to amaze yet. I'm more impressed by it every single time. Yeah, so if they get the Candy Vikavolt, they do take the knockout here on our Buzzwole with the Rayquaza. I think this Choice Band was irrelevant. I don't think they need to attach that Choice Band there. Yeah, so they probably shouldn't have attached the Choice Band. Not a huge deal. I'm sure they'll live. There we go. And we should be able to get off the Sledgehammer next turn. I'm probably going to send up the Riolu so I can hard retreat the Riolu. I don't want to hard retreat the Riolu, but it'll be fine. The turn I go to Aura Strike, I can reattach to it. We'll get the knockout with the Sledgehammer on this Rayquaza on our next turn, and then eyeing up the Shaman and Rayquaza, like I said, for our last few prizes there. So this guy comes up, Brooklet Hill comes down. As I top deck the Buzzwole, Brooklet Hill will still come down. I'm gonna keep the Field Blower because you never know, and then a VS Seeker for N, I think. Put our opponent to 4. We need an energy here. And if we whiff energy, we'll just go with a Aura Strike. Ideally, we hit one of those two. Ideally, energy. So far, we whiffed both. But we have an Ultra Ball. We can find, what's it called? The Octillery. And the Octillery we can use for 3. I'll Focus Sash. See, if they knock out the Buzzwole, they'll be down to 3. Knock out Lele. Guzma, knock out Lele. And there would be 1 Guzma knockout away. I think I'll Focus Sash the Buzzwole here, actually. 3 cards to find energy. We don't have a ton of energy left, but we can... Oh, man, it doesn't feel good, but... It is going to have to be the Scoop Up Cyclone on the Riolu. Like I said, it doesn't feel good. But it would feel worse to not attack this turn, so... I'm going to use the basic energy. Sledge for the knockout. Would definitely feel worse to not attack this turn. So, you know, I'll take it. I'll take this attack. Rest of the hand's pretty good. Looking at a pretty good Sycamore here, I think. I don't know. We'll see what our opponent does on their turn. See if they have a way to actually deal with this Buzzwole. They really have all the options in this deck, don't they? 2 Celebi Venusaur, 2 PikaRom, and 2 Rayquaza as their main attackers. So yeah, they really have all the options in this deck. And Max Elixir. Oh, man. Alright, there's the Celebi Venusaur going to be hitting us. We can go with the Karina for Field Blower, Floatstone this retreat to the Lucario. Top deck Via Seeker or Guzma would also be pretty good here. Knock out this Shaman. So that's like, I think that's what I want to see here is a top deck Guzma. We'll see. Healed that off. Beast Ring. Not very good. I mean, we could Acerola this. Could do that. And then we just put the Focus Sash back down. That sounds fine to me. And let's go ahead and hit this guy. I don't really want to Beast Ring to it, so we're not going to do that. Put him back down. This energy's fine. I'm going to Refocus Sash it. This to the active. Rest of the hand is chilling, and then here's the Sledgehammer for 140. Once again, making our opponent deal with that 140 Sledgehammer. And I mean, they couldn't deal with it last turn. They had to go ahead and use the Pollen Hazard to try and slow us down. That didn't work. So yeah, we're back kind of in the same position. They didn't have the answer last turn. Usually, if they don't have the answer on the last turn, you can play like they won't have the answer on this turn. We'll see. There's another Ray, so they're definitely, yeah. I don't think they want to attack with PikaRom in this matchup. Ray's going to be their main guy. I could have used the Beast Ring to burn it, but I guess if they ever take a knockout on a non-GX, I could get a Buzzwole Beast Ring to Buzzwole, which would be pretty good. Not sure how many. We have 2 basic energy left in the deck, I think, or 3. So we have plenty of energy left in the deck to Beast Ring with. There's the Vikavolt. Charging up the Ray. And we are probably going to get, yep, there's a Pollen Hazard again. We'll see what our top deck gives us here. Could Beast Ring to the Buzzwole actually to be able to retreat it into a Lucario? That's probably going to be our play. And then just knock out this Celebi Venusaur. See what our top deck is, though. Yeah, so it's going to be the Beast Ring. Just one. So we're just going to hard retreat the Buzzwole. Karina. Gonna grab ourselves this guy. And what's pretty cool here? Focus Sash to protect our other Riolu sounds pretty good to me, actually. Focus Sash, Lucario. That way we can use this Lucario to knock out this Rayquaza, or that's the play we'll like look for. Lucario energy, Guzma, which isn't too ridiculous for us to get over the next couple turns. There's the retreat, and we're gonna knock out this big guy. Go down to 1 prize. Oh, I guess Vikavolt can be our last prize at this point too. I forgot that that is in play. That is also weak to fighting. So we don't actually have to worry too much about the Rayquaza KO. We can just look to KO that thing. There we go. Ton of cards out of the prize cards. And yeah, over to our opponent. They're definitely in a pretty rough spot. If they can't deal with this Focus Sash, I think they are going to be going with the Pollen Hazard here on our Lucario. They've been using Pollen Hazard all kinds of... Pollen Hazard consistently throughout this game. Really their only way to deal with their threats, though, so I don't blame them for it. Top deck Guzma does give us the game here. Let's see if we can't rip a Guzma off the top. Guzma or a Via Seeker. There's 3 outs in the deck. Not quite. Alright, now we gotta make some decisions. Do we go for the flip? Put chorus first and just see what we get and then decide from there. So we could just go attach, or not even attach. We could just chorus, see what we get, and then decide. Excuse me. Yeah, let's go attach and chorus. Excuse me again. Alright, we got Via Seeker for Guzma, Ultra Ball for Lucario for next turn, so I think we should just go for the flip here. Cantankerous Beatdown. That's a heads. I think that's a knockout. Yeah, there it is. Cleaning up this Venusaur. Draw our last prize there. Yeah, and if not, we had the game next turn. I don't think our opponent had an end in hand, or otherwise I think they would have played it earlier. Sure, they could have top decked one, but not this time. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video on the Lucario deck. Like I said, I think it's pretty strong right now because of the PikaRom matchup. Pretty favored against the PikaRom. Other matchups are a little bit iffy. Anything with Trash Lance Garb can be tough. Zoroark with Garb and Trash Lance is not as bad because their main attackers are just all weak to fighting, or they're using Lele's, which is like fine for Buzzwole and Lucario. But like decks that are more heavier into Trash Lance, that's where the Lucario deck kind of struggles. But the PikaRom decks that are weak to fighting, that's where it kind of thrives, and that's one of the reasons that I think it's pretty good right now, is the PikaRom matchup. That's the sole reason. PikaRom is definitely the best deck in the format in Expanded. If you have a favorable matchup against PikaRom, I mean, that's a good start, right? Yeah, but that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. If you've been enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and have a good day, and peace.